Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and Archie's royal tour of South Africa. Everything you need to know. The Sussexes have announced the dates of their upcoming trip, and it's sooner than you think. It's September 23rd. Next week. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are taking a royal tour of South Africa this month, and it appears their son Archie is coming with. Are we going to see Archie? The trip is expected to revolve around charities that matter deeply to Harry and include a nod to his late mother, Princess Diana. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have already confirmed their travel plans on Instagram. Here's what we need to know about the upcoming royal tour so far. Okay, so it begins on September 23rd. This is really a moving target because initially it was spoken about that they will move to Africa on a 3-year sabbatical. It was also spoken about that Harry might take an official position in Africa. Yeah. Harry was just 6.5 months in April 1985 when he traveled to Venice with his mother, Diana, and Prince Charles. So they revealed Harry in Venice. Okay, so this is kind of a common thing. I like these pictures. These pictures tell a lot. This is Meghan on her previous trip. People are not in sync with her here. Look at this person. She's just looking at her. Look at this kid. This kid's trying to participate. They're not really in sync with Meghan. That's poor body language. Here, everyone is in sync with Harry. They're really vibing with Harry. Whereas they're not vibing with Meghan here. Interesting photos. Okay, so they're going on the 23rd. Archie's coming. This is their first official tour as a family. The Foreign and Commonwealth Office have requested a visit to South Africa as well as the Duke carrying out visits to Malawi and Angola. His Royal Highness will also do a short working visit to Botswana en route to the other countries. Okay, this is Kate and William and George in New Zealand. Okay, the exact schedule of events is yet to be released, but Prince Harry is expected to highlight wildlife conservation efforts as president of African Parks and patron of rhino conservation, Botswana. Good. Wildlife conservation is really needed. Visit the Mod African Parks Ranger Training in Malawi. Introduce a new Queen's Commonwealth Canopy initiative between Namibia, Botswana, and Angola to protect the Okavango Delta. So maybe they're going to be planting trees. Canopy initiative, planting trees. Discuss socioeconomic and environmental challenges with young leaders as president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. Meet with young people as the Commonwealth Youth Advisor. Meet with African partners in the UK working on conservation issues in Botswana and Malawi. Meet a British military unit in Malawi, helping local rangers, and pay tribute to late Guardsman Matthew Talbot, who died during counter-poaching operations this year. Poaching is a big problem in Africa. Honor his mother, and they're exterminating the animals, these poachers. Honor his mother, Princess Diana's work with raising awareness about landmines in Angola. Let's see if they've got the landmine photo. Here's Diana in Angola. Good day, YouTubers. Time for a spot of royalty. This is a fun collage. This man I guess he's in the water, clearly. It just shows the diversity of Africa. A lot going on there. The animals are especially beautiful. Let's get right into it. All right. So a lot of stuff going on. You know, Harry might meet up with Chelsea. The Queen may send them to Africa long term. The original plan was 3 years. Uh, are we going to see some clear pictures of Archie? Are they going to source an Archie? These are questions I really want to know. Let's take a look at Harry and Meghan. How do they feel about going to Africa? Because, well, let's just see. I feel like Meghan really wants to go back to the United States. Because I feel like that's where she's most comfortable and where she feels the center of her universe exists. And not even in Britain for Meghan. Harry, Meghan. All right. Interesting. Okay. All right, I think that's in focus. How does Harry feel about it? Okay, planting, renewal of everything, 16, 17, 5 hearts reacting to circumstances. He's just going with the flow. He feels that this is a great opportunity to transform what's been going on, to transform everything. Everything is completely new, and he's planting something completely new. So he actually feels optimistic. He's happy about it. Water into wine is about joy and happiness. Meghan's side is interesting too. We have cup overflowing, Trinity, and strength. 11, 21, 24, 6 spades. Well, that's not wonderful. So 6 spades is selfishness, or selfishness. So working everything together, very emotionally working everything together to strengthen what she's doing. Okay, so she also is really hopeful about this trip. He's very hopeful about this trip. She's very hopeful about this trip. This is a 6. Let's see, Jacob's Ladder and Heart. They're, charity, good intentions, adding to their charity and good intentions. 6 is 2 diamonds, committed to doing this. They're both very hopeful about this trip. Meghan is showing a bit of selfishness, 6 spades. This could also maybe be her concerned about Harry meeting up with Chelsea. But they both going into it with a good attitude. So, and that's not necessarily what we would see. Meghan might feel like, well, she just doesn't want to go. I don't know. Whereas Harry, I think, is much more comfortable in Africa. He's spent a lot more time in Africa, and it's quite different from Britain, and it should be. So, are we going to see some clear pictures of Archie in Africa? Okay, because Archie's going very famously. Everybody wants to see Archie. I don't believe we've seen Archie yet. I think all those pics are photoshopped. So let's just see what we get. Are we going to see some clear pics of Archie in Africa? Incubus, succubus. Oh my goodness. I think they can't avoid taking him. Also, I'm wondering if they're planning to source an Archie. So in Africa, are we going to see clear pics of Archie in Africa? Incubus Succubus is a liar card. 4 spades is secrets and hidden. Putting the synthetic baby in a box. Fox, very clever, very crafty. 10, 22, 6 diamonds, all the people. No, they're going to continue to deceive us. This is a lot of deceiving and lying and hiding. So are we going to see clear pictures? A lot of deceiving and hiding and lying. So here in the underlying circumstance, conflict, yes and no. So yes, we're going to see Archie, but no, that's not really going to be Archie. So we're going to see facsimiles of Archie. We're going to continue to see this Photoshop, not really Archie version of Archie. So the big question on my mind is, are they planning to source an Archie in Africa on this trip? Because they really need to get their hands on an Archie. They really need to let us, Meghan needs to just walk around with him and have tea and coffee and meet with people and just stroll him around in a stroller, and so we can see him and believe that he's real. And he needs to spit up on her and all kinds of stuff. Everything a baby does. So are they planning to source an Archie in Africa for this trip? Hand in hand, finger of God, veil. Oh boy. Because all along I felt like the Africa trip, which was announced a really long time ago, is a big divider. Okay, and you can listen to my previous videos and you'll hear me saying, well, if we don't see an Archie before Africa, they're going to have to declare that he's dead or something. So they are really trying everything. So are they sourcing an Archie in Africa? Finger of God reaches down and changes everything. So outside influences, many hands, outside influences, and secrets. 14, 20, 5 spades blocked. They are trying to source an Archie in Africa. High Tower and karmic relationship, very officially working to adopting a family. So 15, 4 clubs, actively adopting a family. So yeah, that's a big part of what they're going to be doing in Africa, is they're going to be working with many people very secretly to adopting a baby in Africa. They're looking, okay, and they're going to call this baby Archie. And so this needs to be, a pale-skinned baby. They were also talking about adopting, an African baby, because that would be a wonderful virtue signal, and I think that would really strengthen Meghan's hand in the relationship, which is what Meghan is interested in. And maybe that's what that 6 spades is. 6 spades is very selfish, and we have another 6 spades here. So very selfish and lying and deceptive. Harry's going to be on his own in Angola, Malawi, Botswana, and Meghan's going to be in South Africa. So Harry's going to be traveling around. It's only a 10-day trip, but that's still 10 days. Is Harry going to meet up with Chelsea Davy on this trip? 2 spades, city, 9 diamonds. Here's the snake. Snake is another woman. And Snake is historically an adulterous woman. Can also be read that way. So is he going to meet up with Chelsea? So Magi and Snake, he's definitely thinking about it. He wants to meet up with Chelsea. 7 hearts. He wants to. 7 hearts is Star Bethlehem, hopes and wishes. Harry really wants to meet up with Chelsea Davy while he's in Africa. Broken chalice, city, and Mercury. City is the whole world and all the people communicating. Communication maybe broken chalice. So this broken chalice can be with Meghan. He feels the relationship with. He really wants to meet up with Chelsea. But something is broken. Communication and broken. 11 and 8 is 19, 5 clubs, crossroads, right? 11 and 8, 19, 5 clubs, crossroads. So it's not decided yet. I think it's not decided. They've not arranged a meeting yet. He wants to meet up with her, but they've not arranged a meeting. That's what I'm seeing. So maybe Chelsea is not sure. He's still married, and she doesn't want to be seen as a homewrecker, probably. Will the Queen send them long term to Africa? Okay, because originally they're going on a 3-year sabbatical, and sabbatical is really quiet. You're going to go study, you're going to go travel, we're not going to hear from you, we're not going to know where you are for long periods of time. Okay, that's really taking them out of the public eye. So, I mean, that's what the Queen had in mind, was a 3-year sabbatical. Okay, and that was just a few months ago. And now it's just a 10-day trip. So, is the Queen planning to send them to long term to Africa after this? Because that's a distinct possibility. We have fives. Fives are change. I still have many more questions. Is the Queen planning to send them to Africa long term? Crossroads decisions, 2 or more, butterfly, transformation and new life, and transforming them at the crossroads, and lovers. 7, 2 clubs. She is very committed to getting their public image, back so the public loves them. And this is part of it. So they're very hopeful about this. Both Harry and Meghan are very hopeful about this. She really wants to transform their public image. She's very committed to this. But roses is blocked. So 8, 2 spades. So the public image is really bad. Yeah, the public image is really bad right now. And I quite agree. I think Harry and Meghan's image is just awful, and right now. And all of these, these duplicates, these doppelgangers that they're sending out to the pub and to Ibiza and Nice, I don't think this is helping them, because people are smart, and we have really good high quality cameras and the internet, and everybody sees everything now. So she's really committed to sending them out, to changing whatever it takes to change their image positively and get the people loving them again, because Harry was the most popular royal. But so is she planning to send them long term to Africa? If the Crown feels that this is the best move to get their popularity back, then yes. But she's not committed to anything in particular. It's not like she's decided you're going to Africa. Okay, that's not decided. That's not decided at this point. So just very, very flexible. And that's what we continue to see from the Queen. Let's review. Let's see what we've got. We've got Harry. We've got Meghan. How do they feel about the trip? This is an opportunity to transform everything, through these good messages. He's very optimistic. Meghan is very optimistic, but she's showing selfishness. She's working everything together very emotionally. And this, this also can be, she's going to make emotional appeals. Okay, all that social justice speak that is always coming out of her mouth and is now coming out of Harry's mouth, and all that word salad that doesn't really mean anything. You have to do better and aspire to this and do, whatever. This may also indicate this kind of inspirational word salad where it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't involve concrete action. And that may be the 6 spades. People may view that as disingenuous, because Africa has a lot of needs. Africa is a really messed up place. Okay, the Rainbow Nation has failed and is failing right now. So the dream is dying in Africa. And so to speak these very vague words that don't result in tangible action, people on the ground there, they may really dislike it. Whereas in America, it's very popular to speak this word salad stuff because things are so good in America. We have great employment. We have the strongest military. We have all kinds of good things. We have wealthiest per capita income in the world. That's not the case in Africa. So the word salad maybe doesn't go over so well in Africa. But they're both very excited. Meghan is showing six spades a little bit of selfishness, and I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I think that's just selfishness. Okay, are we going to see clear pics of Archie? No, they're just going to lie and hide, and they're going to be very clever about lying and hiding. So yes, we are going to see pictures of Archie because they have to show us some pictures. Okay, but they're going to be like Archie hidden behind the hat. You know, Meghan's face is not showing, things like that. Really bad, really blurry photos. Okay, are they going to be sourcing an Archie in Africa? That's definitely a big part of what they're doing. They're trying to officially adopt a baby in Africa. So they need to find a baby that fits, you know, red hair, looks like Harry. You know, that's what they're looking for in Africa. And that's not easy to find anywhere, but especially in Africa. It's a lot easier to find that kind of baby in Ireland. So is Harry planning to meet with Chelsea Davy? Harry definitely wants to meet with Chelsea Davy. Nothing is arranged yet. It seems like she's not committing. She's not committing. He really wants to meet with her, which that's interesting in itself. Does the Queen want to send them long term? Well, maybe. She's looking at all the options. Whatever is going to work for the PR, that's what the Queen wants to do. That's what the Crown wants to do. They live and die by PR. So, very interesting trip coming up. And I hope Meghan doesn't stick her foot in her mouth. And maybe that's the six spades. If she says it's important that they show up and promote the right things and don't say anything that really upsets people. You know, don't take these strong stances and, you know, make these social justice don't go on social justice diatribes. The people really don't like that. So that's how I see it. That's your royalty today. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.